Like, because he timed that beautifully, Rickleton, and he's hit it straight back, and it's hit the left wrist. The good news is it's not his bowling hand, but he's taken a blow here, Rashid Khan, and it is a solid one at that.
जैज से मिले नॉन-स्टॉप स्ट्रीमिंग के सुपर पावर।
तो अभी जैज की वीकली X+ ऑफर लगाओ और बेफिक्र होकर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी देखो तमाशा पर।
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
जैज से मिले नॉन-स्टॉप स्ट्रीमिंग के सुपर पावर।
तो अभी जैज की वीकली X+ ऑफर लगाओ और बेफिक्र होकर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी देखो तमाशा पर।
क्रिकेट सीजन फ्री क्रिकेट स्ट्रीमिंग ना मिलने की सूरत में इर्द गिर्द के लोगों से लड़ने से परहेज करें। जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स बेसिक लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई जोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
बात हो अपने प्यारों की जिंदगी में रोशनी लाने की, तो फिर मेरा इंतखाब है पाकिस्तान की मोस्ट रिलायबल सोलर कंपनी इन्वेरेक्स। मेरा एतमाद मेरी रिकमेंडेशन।
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
आ गई और छा गई नेशनल की कराची खास बम्बे बिरयानी, कराची की सबसे बेस्ट बिरयानी।
Take South Africa to a competitive score. Wherever they play around the world, the fans follow. It's a special day today. Afghanistan on debut at the ICC Champions Trophy. They keep building on strong performances at previous ICC events. Yeah, they've muscled their way into the way people think about Afghanistan cricket, certainly rising up in world cricket, and Rashid Khan has so much to do with that. He's marshalled his troops. Got that past the fielder, and he'll get 4, Ryan Rickleton.
Well, this is really poor fielding, and they've had a spate of it in the last 5 minutes, and what that's doing is letting the pressure off South Africa. That is just awful stuff. Noor Ahmad has been guilty on 2 occasions. You've got to do better than that. He's a bowler himself. He would demand more from his fielders. You must get down and do better there.
They've been denying South Africa and a release of pressure.
ये जो मच्छर की आवाज है खतरे का साज है।
किंग टॉक्स घर में लाजमी रखें। किंग टॉक्स छोड़ेगा नहीं, मारेगा चुन चुन के।
क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दिन ऑफिस से छुट्टी ना मिलने पर ब्लड प्रेशर ना रेज करें। जोंग वीकली डिजिटल मैक्स लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई जोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
ऑन ग्रिड इन्वर्टर, हाइब्रिड इन्वर्टर, लिथियम बैटरी की वसी रेंज इन्वेरेक्स को बनाता है पाकिस्तान का नंबर 1 सोलर ब्रांड इन्वेरेक्स। मेरा एतमाद मेरी रिकमेंडेशन।
Gulbadeen continues, and this partnership continues to go well. 83 after the loss of Dizorzi, still holding on to his left hand, Rashid Khan. Rickleton's played very, very well, and Babuma's starting to get into his stride, and they need to find some way of prizing one out. Afghanistan.
Oh no.
Seen Noor Ahmad yet with the ball, so I'm wondering whether he will be into the attack. Pami Mangwa, they'll stay in pretty soon.
It kind of is a wonder. Yeah, being told there to get off the protected area works against them, actually, think about it. Yeah, 21 overs in, you'd think that they'd have had a look at Noor Ahmed already.
All right, stop it.
Yeah, just by that visual there, he didn't look like he was too bad. But just a precaution warning, please, sir, if you don't mind. Off you get. It's one of the first full balls that Temba's kind of got. A lot of his runs, he's kind of been forced to like use off the back foot. He's used the pace well, unless he's kind of scooped a little bit. He's probably just 2 hits away from that strike rate jumping up to where he wants to. He's 34-49 right now, but the ability to score boundaries, he can catch up quite quickly in the space of 3 balls.
Yeah, and the boundaries, you think of the way he's got them. There's the little scoop over the keeper of Nabi, and then the wonderful pull shot of Azmat. Besides that, really hasn't got too much opportunity to get the ball away for 4. But a good thing in sort of just sticking in, hanging in, work with Rickleton and keep the partnership going.
That sort of length still works, you know, that good length, hard length, on-off stump.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
आ गई और छा गई नेशनल की कराची खास बॉम्बे बिरयानी, कराची की सबसे बेस्ट बिरयानी।
Rashid, 2 wickets away from 200 ODI wickets and still a very young man. Mentioned that a good length still works for seamers, at least at the front phase of the innings. So far, look up his strike rates, 57 and 44 from about 6 to 9 meters. Beyond that either side, 100 and more. A 3rd boundary now, finally after a while. Temba Bavuma gets one down to the ropes.
Yeah, lovely shot by Temba. Just a free flow of the bat. Been in the coaching world now, and they call that a step hit, where you just put your foot down. You don't run down the crease or down the pitch. It's just a step hit and free flow of the arms. Now Temba is starting to find his feet. 1 boundary, brings a single, 5 off 2. You can do that again with 2 more balls, and all of a sudden, like we said earlier, that 40 goes to 50 or 56, 57 balls, and then he's looking good.
This pitch had everybody kind of having a look at it and wondering what it might do. And Rashid, having changed ends, actually gone to bowl in furthest away from us, was looking at a particular spot where there's a crack. And it is just outside off, round about there where he's got it. And he walked out, and straight away the discussion with Jonathan Trott was exactly that. Got to try and be hitting there, see what's happening there. And so might end up kind of just searching for it. It's a little bit outside off, I think, for the right-hander.
Still striking it crisply, Rickleton. And they've run well. When does Noor Ahmed come into play? 1-2-2 for 1.
टेस्ट क्रिकेट सीजन फ्री क्रिकेट स्ट्रीमिंग ना मिलने की सूरत में इर्द गिर्द के लोगों से लड़ने से परहेज करें। सॉन्ग मंथली प्रो मैक्स बेसिक लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई ज़ोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
हर मैदान हमारा मैदान है। इस मैदान में जीत की लगन और मुसलसल जिद्दोजहद ही हमारी कामयाबी है। हम हैं फ्रोनस, भर दे उजाला जिंदगी में।
Since the loss, obviously, of Tony Dezorzi when the score was 28 to the first ball that Mohamed Nabi bowled. Gulbadin continues. Can he continue building pressure? Yes, Temba Bavuma is switching gears now. His second boundary within the space of a few deliveries.
It's well executed. It's a shot he's been looking for some time. Anything anywhere near full, with mid-on and mid-off up in the circle. Bavuma feels he must exploit that gap, and he's done it beautifully there with a straight bat and a decent enough strike for 4.
That's the length where Afghanistan have been really good to Temba, and Temba being a fairly short man, as well as all the Afghanistan bowlers being fairly short. They're not as tall as your KG Rabadas and Marco Janssens. When they do bowl that length, it kind of like skids on him a little bit, and it's probably a very difficult length for Temba to get under. Whereas Ryan Riggleton being slightly taller than Temba, he can kind of almost hit through the line, play more off the front foot. So Temba only getting 1 or 2 on really full. That's why the moment's been a little bit full. We've seen Temba try and utilize his strength and hit the ball for a boundary like he did that first ball, maybe the previous or the last ball of the previous over.
Third time South Africa have managed 100 partnership with a second wicket in Champions Trophy matches.
Just thinking over the last little while about Afghanistan, first of all, and their successes in the one-day game, and Ghazanfar has been an important cog. Yes, because of his mystery and his potency, and because he can bowl right up front, you kind of get a head start. Any team wants a scenario where they've got a team guessing, where they're getting wickets early, so that you don't get this sort of thing in the middle of the game. Then all the other bowlers, whether it is Rashid or Gulbadin or Azmat, whoever it is, can then operate and be more attacking, really, because they're bowling to newer batters and partnerships that are trying to bed in.
Still think I'd like to see Noor Ahmed, and I know that he hasn't breached his understanding of ODI cricket in the way that he's breached it in T20 cricket. But he's a very young man, and the more opportunities he gets, he'll learn and he'll understand. So I can't think he can be too far away from the bowling lineup.
Yeah, kind of a little more peculiar because the partnership's 100 and you haven't tried this ace in your pack. He's certainly shown his ability in terms of wicket taking, whatever the format. 131.
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
सिंजेंटा इज़ाबियॉन दे फसल को फौरी तवानाई और ग़िज़ाइयत। इज़ाबियॉन है जादू का चिराग।
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइट जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स प्लस लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई जोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
In their team, and it's beginning to wonder if he just forgot. Oh, I forgot I have him in my team. And oh, you can bowl. You can get someone out for us. Over number 25. And this is what you're on about. If you look at those numbers, 11 games and just 9 wickets, and you look at any other format, you'll see that his potency is through the roof, because he can attack and he can kind of show his wares and everyone has to go at him. Less so in the 50-over game. The batters can bide their time and they can wait for bad deliveries.
Even though South Africa have got a wonderful partnership going right now, Afghanistan are desperate for a wicket. And if there's somebody that can get a wicket, it's certainly this man. He has the ability to spin the ball both ways. He's a little bit of mystery. He's got a slight strange action, being left arm to something different. And he has the opportunity, to try and break open a wicket for Afghanistan.
Often we wonder about the approaches of players, don't we, when you change from format to format. And with Noor Ahmed, kind of think of him turning up way back in the day. A few years ago now, and how he kind of used to loop it up and kind of bowl more kind of classical spin. And then going through, I suppose, the tutelage of Rashid and those more experienced in the team, and shifting the way he operates.
Waiting, discussing, waiting. The keeper has a lot of significance in going for that review.
We have a player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. Bowler's feet checked. It's a fair delivery. Have a split screen, please. Roll that through, please. The ball's close to the bat. I'm going to need all tread when available, please. Keep all tread rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. We have a gap between bat and ball and a flat line. Going to go back to Alex on field. You can stay with your original decision of not out.
They were desperate, and understandably, Afghanistan, to try to find out if they could get another one. Good use of technology from the officials, that is, not necessarily Afghanistan. Review it, he says.
Heard Alex Wharf there in conversation with Noor Ahmed, saying, I think he hit his pad, saying the batter, Bavuma, hit his pad on the way sort of through as the ball passed, and that's a fantastic decision to be clear about that and to be able to give it as the reason.
It's another welcome half-century for South Africa's captain Themba Bavuma. Back-to-back half-centuries coming off of the Tri-Series. And I think only his second away from home in this format of the game, but he'll be hoping to build on this in what is South Africa's opener of this tournament.
Yeah, been pretty good. In the red ball format is the form batter. Has been more than decent in this format as well. His problem has been injury.
Oh, wow.
So fortunate there that he didn't hook that right or wrong to first slip. Halfway mark of the innings, 1-3-6-4.
सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन में है 5 नेचुरल ऑयल्स के साथ विटामिन ई का सुपर मिक्स। अब बाल करें शाइन ऑल द टाइम विद सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन।
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी। जब जब तुम्हें लगता है कहानी खत्म हो रही है, कहानी वहीं से तो शुरू होती है। ग्रो ऑन एक्सट्रीम, टेक अ फ्रेश स्टार्ट।
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
जैज से मिले नॉन स्टॉप स्ट्रीमिंग के सुपर पावर।
तो अभी जैज की वीकली X+ ऑफर लगाओ और बेफिक्र होकर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी देखो तमाशा पर।
ऑन ग्रिड इन्वर्टर, हाइब्रिड इन्वर्टर, लिथियम बैटरी की वसी रेंज इन्वरेक्स को बनाता है पाकिस्तान का नंबर 1 सोलर ब्रांड इन्वरेक्स। मेरा एतमाद, मेरी रिकमेंडेशन।
Queen Packer, and he said, Ryan Rickleton, that once he finished school, his father was a director of sport there. He didn't know what he wanted to do. So a friend from New Zealand contacted his dad and said, send him over to Wellington, Blaze. Let's see what he can do. And he went there for a year. He didn't like it. All his mates were in South Africa. He came back home. Got a finance degree from University of Johannesburg. And as you know, Pommy, he's been very good in first-class cricket, but he speaks highly of Hashim Amla as someone who's helped him to find a belief and a way to play white ball cricket over the course of the 2024 season. Hashim, we saw him on video here a little while ago, the coach at the Lions now. He says he spends a lot of time with Hashim, and Hashim has taught him so much.
Such value in those who've been out there turning up to then try and pass on it, and it's not as easy. It's not everybody who's kind of played the game and been successful at the highest level who's able to translate that into nuggets of knowledge that can be transferred to the next person. But you find that players are nice shot, only be one. Players are more enthusiastic in terms of listening and trying to glean stuff from whoever that is, and it's an exercise in, I suppose, servitude. You're serving, and Dale does it. You kind of coach in various franchises, and it's not kind of how you did it. It's trying to figure out if you can translate how you did it for the use of somebody else
in their language, because each person's language is different, isn't it?
Yeah, and each person's ability. So how you did what you did, and whether the next person can do exactly that, yes, maybe. I'd argue that maybe not, but it doesn't mean they won't be successful if they get to understand maybe just how you thought about it.
Big thanks to my colleague and your colleagues for those, for all of those little stories and nuggets she writes. 140 for 1.
ऑन ग्रिड इन्वर्टर, हाइब्रिड इन्वर्टर, लिथियम बैटरी की वसी रेंज इन्वरेक्स को बनाता है पाकिस्तान का नंबर 1 सोलर ब्रांड इन्वरेक्स। मेरा एतमाद, मेरी रिकमेंडेशन।
Try Golden Pearl White Beauty Face Wash. 3 super ingredients in 1 single dose. ये है 24/7 radiance का super formula. Golden Pearl White Beauty Face Wash. Love your skin. सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन में है 5 नेचुरल ऑयल्स के साथ विटामिन ई का सुपर मिक्स। अब बाल करें शाइन ऑल द टाइम विद सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन।
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
Just on that point, I mean, every time I go to the IPL to coach, one of the vital conversations that you have is to make sure that you get the dressing room's attention, and you almost only get one chance. It's the first time. If you lose the dressing room's attention, if they can't understand what you're saying or they can't hear you early, you almost feel like for the rest of the tournament you're going to struggle. And one of the things that you try and do when you go there is to grab one of the local guys and say, who speaks really good English, is to say, I need you here, almost to back up what I'm saying, make smaller conversations so that there's more conversation around the 3 of you or 4 of you, as opposed to a big group where you can kind of like look off into the sky. So language is so important, and to be able to communicate your point across. Great shot. Effectively will help the player a lot more.
Almost said run, Timber, run. And he's done so. I think for me personally as well, it's good to see Timber sort of backing up, because he averages something like 53 at home and only 27 away in ODI cricket. And you want to be known, as I made the point about Will Young, who made that brilliant 100 here 2 nights ago or 2 days ago. You want to be known as an all conditions batter or bowler, all surfaces. You don't want to be restricted to say, well, horses for courses, he can only play at home or on this type of surface. So he'll take great confidence from what he's backing up here.
There'll also be quite a few batters with the reputation of Pakistan and its pitches who would have thought, right, this is the tournament. Got to turn up, got to get some runs on the board. And it allows whoever it is who bats sort of up the order to play 50 over game. You can bide your time and you can get hundreds. South Africa's issue over the last little while in this format of the game has been the bowling side of things. There's been a whole lot of chopping and changing, and in the chopping and changing, I don't think they've had what would be their first 5 bowlers. Not too often anyway. 147 for 1.
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू, टी ट्री और मिंट ऑयल से डैंड्रफ खत्म, इट्स रिमूव्ड, बाल मॉइस्चराइज्ड और स्कैल्प रिफ्रेश्ड। हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू।
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइट जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। Zong मंथली प्रो मैक्स प्लस लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई Zong ऐप थ्रू माइको।
One in ODI so far. Lovely, full of authority and some power from Ryan Rickleton.
Not the shortest ball, that in-between length, but Rickleton been out there for a while now. He's picked up the pace of this wicket very well. Similar to that, just the one on this occasion.
understated Temba Bavuma, but a colossus in that change room for his performances, captain in test matches and in the one-day game. And yes, many times much maligned, but he goes about his work quietly and really does, in recent times, let his bat do the talking. A critical time now for South Africa, 152 for 1, very much in control of things with 124 as the partnership. And I say critical because this is where there is the opportunity to take the game away from Afghanistan, and they've got to ensure that, one, they don't try and do too much, but two, they don't do too little. And that balance is difficult to attain for many a side where they should be kind of putting their foot on the pedal, or whether they should be at all.
So on the back of all that then, Pommy and Dale, if you're Afghanistan, who do you go to? Do you get Faruqi back for 1 or 2? Or Mazai still has 5 available to him? Nabi, the sole wicket taker, has 5 available. Which is your choice to get something back into the attack? Because this is what is happening. They're in command. They've been in command of the situation, Rickleton and Bavuma, for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, who are the 3, if I need 3, that I can have go in this period, the next 6 overs or so, where there's a concerted effort to have whoever has the ability, in my mind, to be the most dangerous, to have them try and get a wicket here, because you need it. And in my head, I've got Rashid as one, Noor as another, as well as Nabi. I thought he was pretty good. 156.
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू टी ट्री और मिंट ऑयल से डैंड्रफ खत्म, इट्स रिमूव्ड, बाल मॉइस्चराइज्ड और स्कैल्प रिफ्रेश्ड। हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू।
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइट जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। Zong मंथली प्रो मैक्स प्लस लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई Zong ऐप थ्रू माइको।
सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन में है 5 नेचुरल ऑयल्स के साथ विटामिन ई का सुपर मिक्स। अब बाल करें शाइन ऑल द टाइम विद सनसिल्क ब्लैक शाइन।
They're so used to playing 20 overs cricket. 50 overs cricket as a fielding unit is such a different beast. You can easily lose your focus if you're not athletic, and I think in the last 4 or 5 overs we've seen Afghanistan to lose the plot at times in the field. It's just not been as energetic as they were in the first 10.
Boys.
This has turned out to be a beautiful batting surface. No demons whatsoever. The ball isn't spun a great deal. So as a spinning unit, you've got to depend on variations and be just a little bit more inventive in your style and method.
Noran, lovely boy.
7 and over from here gets them to 308. That's the bare minimum they should be setting here. They've got 9 wickets in hand. They've got a lot of power to come. They haven't got Klaasen, but they've still got Miller. And we know what kind of finisher he can be towards the end of an innings. So they've got so much power to come. This has been a really well-paced partnership, this.
Gone for the appeal, doesn't get it. He does get it in the end. The finger has gone up. He's gone for a review. Bavuma, let's see what happens now.
We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. Bowler's feet checked. It's a fair delivery. Split screen, please. Just roll that through, please. Okay. Looks like it might have just caught the back of the bat there, but we're going to need to confirm that with all trades when available, please. Keep it rolling through, please, frame by frame. Frame by frame, please. Keep it rolling through, frame by frame. Just take that right back, please, if you would. Just before the ball gets to the bat, please. Right back, please, if you would. Take it right back just before the ball gets to the bat, please. And then roll it through. Okay, roll that through from there, please. Roll it forward. Keep it going through. Keep it rolling through. With a gap there and a flat line. Keep it rolling through, all the way through to the pad, please. Okay, we've got a gap and a flat line. Keep it rolling through, please. No bat involved there. Let's go through to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching in line, impact is in line, and wickets is missing. Alex, I'm going to get you to overturn your decision to not out. Stand by.